we're going to talk about multiplying multiples of 10. So multiplying multiples is not nearly as complicated as it sounds. There's just a lot of syllables. So multiples of 10. Multiples of 10 being 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, 140, 1,280, anything that ends in a 0. So we are going to look at a couple of multiplication questions at first, and we're going to gradually get more difficult, but I think this will be a fairly short video because there's not a whole lot of explaining to do. So 4 times 10. What we're doing when we're multiplying 4 times 10 is we are multiplying, again, digit by digit, and most of us already know that that is 40. So 6 times 10 would be 60, 7 times 10, 70, etc. So what we're doing with the next step, I suppose, is to introduce another 0. So we have 2 multiples of 10. We have 40 and we have 10. So if I were to cover up this 10, this 0, pretend it was not there, we actually just have 40 times 1. Okay. 40 times 1, you can probably tell me, is 40. If we cover up this 0, most of you could probably tell me that 10 times 4 is 40. So we're going to do the same thing, but introduce that other 0. So what we're going to do is just multiply the first digit of each of these numbers. So 4 times 1 is 4. And just as we would have added that 0 on when we are forgetting about the other one at first, we're just going to count how many zeros we have that we're multiplying and add those onto the end. So another example, 4 times 4 is 16. We have 1 0. So we're going to add. 40 times 4 is 160. We now have 40 times 40, so we're introducing another 0. So 4 times 4 is 16. We have 2 zeros to add. So we have 1,600. Let's go to 70 times 20. So 7 times 2, or another way we say that is 7 doubled, is 14. 1 0, 2 zeros, add them, 1,400. 7 times 7, 1 0, 2 zeros, I put this one on here just to scare you because there are a whole lot of zeros. However, the math doesn't actually get any more complicated. So we have 7 times 2, 14. Now count the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you remember from place value, that number is read as 14 million.